everyone. I'm Kevin Nelson. Here's a look at what's going on this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. Tens of thousands of pilgrims filled St. Peter's Square October 14 to celebrate the canonization of 7 new saints for the Church, including Pope Paul VI and Archbishop Oscar Romero of San Salvador. Pope Francis carried Paul VI's pastoral staff and wore the blood-stained belt of Archbishop Romero during the Mass. In his homily, Pope Francis said each of the new saints lived lives marked by pain and criticism, including from within the Church, but all of them dedicated themselves with passionate love to following Jesus and caring for the weak and the poor. Rome Reports has more from the canonization Mass in St. Peter's Square.
The Catholic Church has 7 new saints. This Latin formula pronounced by Pope Francis raised to the altars Paul VI, Archbishop Oscar Romero, nuns Nazaria Ignatia and Marina Catalina Casper, priests Francesco Spinelli and Vincenzo Romano, and the young layman Nunzio Suprizio.
Santos esse decernimus et definimus, ac santorum catalogo ascribimus.
In his homily, the Pope reflected on the parable of the rich young man who refused to join Jesus. Pope Francis explained that not everything can be bought or is subject to the law of supply and demand. To follow Christ, he said, something more is needed.
Vieni, non stare fermo, perché non basta non fare nulla di male per essere di Gesù. Seguimi, non andare dietro a Gesù solo quando ti va, ma cercalo ogni giorno. Non accontentarti di osservare dei precetti, di fare un po' di elemosina e dire qualche preghiera.
Pope Francis recalled that it is necessary to leave space in the heart for God instead of having it filled with other things.
Per questo la ricchezza è pericolosa e, dice Gesù, rende difficile persino salvarsi. Non perché Dio sia severo, no. Il problema è dalla nostra parte, il nostro troppo avere, il nostro troppo volere ci soffocano il cuore e ci rendono incapaci di amare. Il nostro cuore è come una calamita, si lascia attirare dall'amore, ma può attaccarsi da una parte sola e deve scegliere. O amerà Dio o amerà la ricchezza del mondo. O vivrà per amare o vivrà per sé.
In just now from around the country, the Diocese of Pensacola-Tallahassee is still urging prayers for the victims of Hurricane Michael, which ravaged the Florida Panhandle. The diocesan website is encouraging people to donate much-needed items to those whose lives were upended by the hurricane. As of October 15th, civil authorities confirmed that 18 people had died, but the death toll could go higher. More than 250,000 people were still without power and could remain so for weeks. Bishop William Walker of Pensacola-Tallahassee said in a letter to the diocese that scenes of destruction are heart-wrenching, knowing that when we see a place where there once was a house, a family used to live there and are now homeless. As for the diocese, the bishop said some church buildings, parish halls, rectories, schools, and other buildings may be a total loss, but the damage was still being assessed. The bishop said the diocese was working hard to arrange temporary places to celebrate masses to accommodate parishioners whose church buildings are lost or have been deemed unsafe. The hurricane hit the Florida Panhandle at a Category 4 status early October 10th. It's the first time on record that a hurricane of this intensity had hit the area. Catholic Charities USA is accepting donations to assist hurricane victims at catholiccharitiesusa.org. More news from the Vatican. On Monday, Pope Francis welcomed in a private audience the President of Poland. The meeting took place in the context of the 40th anniversary of the election of St. John Paul II as Supreme Pontiff. In their cordial discussion, the two leaders spoke about the importance of Christian values and the importance of promoting families.
Polish President Andrzej Duda visited the Vatican to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the election of John Paul II. It was the second time he had met the Pope. During the 30-minute meeting, they discussed issues such as the upcoming International Climate Summit in Katowice, the reception of immigrants, and the promotion of the family. In Poland, the government pays each family €120 for every child, starting with the second. The president gave him this picture of Divine Mercy and a basket of typical products from his country. The Pope gave him a medallion with the third arm of St. Peter's colonnade, which was never built. They also spoke about how to deal with the crisis of the European Union, and the president told him that we have to return to the founding values. This is why before leaving the Pope told him this. He asked him also to send his regards to the Prime Minister. The president invited the Pope to return to Poland next year for the 100 years of relations between the two countries. Pope Francis thanked him, but for now he did not answer.
And finally in the news, Adyan, a foundation for interreligious studies and spiritual solidarity based in Lebanon, has awarded its Spiritual Solidarity Award to Jean Vanier, founder of L'Arche Communities. The now 90-year-old Canadian Catholic philosopher, theologian, and humanitarian founded L'Arche in 1964 as communities of compassion where people with developmental disabilities and those who assist them share their lives together. The communities have spread to more than 37 countries. L'Arche, the Ark in French, stresses the dignity and value of human life. Father Fadi Dao, Adyan's president, said Vanier's testimony, as well as that of L'Arche communities throughout the world and throughout the diverse religions and cultures, shows that the values of diversity, solidarity, and human dignity are truly a path of communion and peace. L'Arche, he said, has shown the world how human weakness and disability can carry a new meaning for what it is to be human. Well, that's all the information we have for you this time. I'm Kevin Nelson. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV network.